Et salut tout le monde, comment ça va-t-il bien? Alors on se retrouve pour la suite du RPG absolument grandiose quand ça fait pas planter le PC. Même si je dois dire que c'est peut-être pas le jeu mais plus OBS qui fait planter, on va voir. Quoi qu'il en soit, on est là et on se retrouve sur le RPG GreedFall. Bon, je suis sûr que vous l'avez vu dans le titre, mais bon, hein, faut quand même l'annoncer. On est là pour ça. Sinon, on fait un let's play sans parler et puis voilà quoi. Allez, hop, on repasse sur la scène. Alors il se peut qu'il manque un peu 20 minutes de gameplay dans le let's play. J'ai pas fait grand chose, je vous rassure. Enfin si, j'ai quand même battu je sais plus comment on appelle ça là, Nayadag, je sais plus, une des grosses bestioles de l'île, qui fait qu'on a réussi à choper cette magnifique tenue et le casque que j'ai sur la tête actuellement. Voilà. Alors même si elle est en soi moins bien que la tenue que j'ai ici, je l'ai quand même mise pour le style, hein. Donc là effectivement il faut que je voie pour mettre les gemmes qui vont bien. Là je suis en train de voir pour recycler les trucs qui ne me servent à rien. Alors voyons voir pour l'améliorer. Alors évidemment j'ai toujours pas monté mon niveau de craft, donc je ne peux faire que du niveau 1. Mais on va quand même faire les spalières rondes ou les brassards en acier. Oh. Là on a plus d'armure, un petit peu d'équilibre. Là on a un peu plus d'équilibre, un peu moins d'armure. Ça se défend. Celui-là en tout cas c'est non. Celui-là 100% équilibré, c'est non, c'est vilain. J'hésite entre mettre full armure. Ouais, je pense que je vais mettre full armure encore et toujours. Le plastron full armure encore et toujours. Et enfin la bandoulière, qu'est-ce qu'on va se mettre? Le crochetage, la science ou la vigueur? On va faire le talisman pour la vigueur, et puisque ça va bien avec la tenue. Donc on se retrouve avec une armure à 116,64 et là on était à 116,64, tout pareil. La différence c'est qu'ici j'ai 8% de résistance élément et 6% de résistance magie que je n'ai plus. Soit. D'ailleurs je me rends compte du coup qu'avec la vigueur plus 1 que j'ai ici, et le point de compétence que j'ai en vigueur, je suis en vigueur 2, donc il me faudrait un point de compétence pour pouvoir débloquer toutes les zones. Ce qui est une bonne nouvelle. Alors ici on va terminer notre exploration en passant là derrière. Allô? Alors juste pour être sûr, on va se faire une sauvegarde. Parce que ça fait un petit moment que le stream a pas planté et je le sens pas. Parce qu'on le rappelle, hein, ce soir on a commencé le stream par un crash au bout d'un quart d'heure, donc bon. C'était spécialement pas cool. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a par ici? Ouais. chose a priori. Il y a des vilains pas beaux. On va se les faire. Drink a potion. Drink a potion. No, I will not drink a potion. Thank you, Siora. I am counting on you to not drink a potion. Là, il y a quelque chose là. Que dalle, y a rien. Rien du tout. Et là, et là, et là, et là. Que dalle. Impossible d'escalader. En même temps, est-ce qu'on est censé escalader? Pas sûr, hein. Ouais, je suis pas sûr du tout, hein. On va passer par là. Alors par contre là je suis en train de partir ouais. Pas forcément là où je voulais à la base. On va voir. Peut-être que je vais devoir faire demi-tour pour aller voir ce qu'il y a en bas. Ah. Là on aura de nouveau une grotte à ouvrir. Même si on connaît la mécanique, on ne peut pas choper de graines au pif pour essayer. Ça serait drôle qu'on puisse vraiment faire ça. Que là c'est bon, on a compris la mécanique, on sait comment ça marche. Et du coup ça veut dire que cette zone, on n'est pas censé l'avoir explorée encore. On est... oui, c'est là où je voulais aller. On n'est pas censé l'avoir exploré. Alors on va commencer par les extérieurs où il n'y a absolument que Quick. Fais-moi voir la carte. Ouais, ok. Salut les gens, est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un à buter dans le coin? Wow, c'est quoi ces cris de fou là? Bon, en tout cas, c'est un joli campement. Même s'il est 100% vide. Il y a zéro loot, il y a zéro PNJ, il n'y a rien. Bon, bah c'est pas grave, on repart hein. Là il y a le reste du campement, c'est cool. Encore une expédition qui a disparu, qui s'est fait buter, tout ça, tout ça, tout ça. On se sent bien comme ça hein. Alors, revenons à nos moutons. Ah mais ça c'est pas intéressant ce passage moisi là. Bon bah finalement j'ai peut-être fait un bon choix mine de rien. Tac 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 et là on redescend. Bah écoutez a priori je l'ai pas voulu mais j'ai choisi la bonne route. C'est la classe ou pas? Win sur un fail. N'empêche là, si je vais voir mon cousin comme ça là, mon très cher cousin Constantin, logiquement jamais il me reconnaît. J'ai la tête d'une native, je suis habillé comme une native. Vous avez buté vous, ouais. Passez par là, vous avez pas repop. On est bon, on est bon, on est bon. Alors, là, non, c'est joli, mais on peut pas passer. Du coup, on va aller par ici. Ah. Hop là, on a trouvé le deuxième camp. Non, pas du tout. Si, c'est ça. 2 sur 2, nickel. Alors, la question est, est-ce qu'on continue l'explo? Est-ce qu'on continue la mission? Alors déjà, on va commencer, on va parler à Petrus. Qu'est-ce qu'il a à nous dire?
Allow me to apologize once again. I should have spoken to you sooner, told you what I knew, and not betrayed your trust.
Oui, ça aurait été bien.
You should have.
As I said, I'd like to make up for it and help you find your family again.
How do you intend to do that?
As you now know, I knew your mother. We had trouble communicating at first, of course, but we gradually learned to understand one another. She was important in her village. Based on what I know today, I think she was a Donegad. She told me her name, Arelwin, and told me about her family. She even gave me a pendant for you. You were only a child, so I gave it to Mrs. de Sade for safekeeping.
She gave me a necklace when I went to say goodbye to her. She said it was a family heirloom. Did my mother tell you the name of her village?
No. But I'm sure the Norts can help us. They were the ones who took your mother to the continent.
It was such a long time ago. How can I find out if they remember?
The Norts record everything down to the gentlest breeze. They must have written something in a logbook somewhere. So, do you want to try and find out where you come from?
Hell yeah.
Do you want to find your relatives?
Yes. All this is so new to me. But I suppose so, yes.
Let's go then.
Bah on est bon là. J'ai tellement envie de retrouver mes racines que je m'habille comme eux déjà, regarde-moi ça. C'est beau ou pas? Alors, demandez des informations à l'amiral Cabral. Nope. Point noir, on a dit qu'on ne pouvait pas Frasonegad non plus. Ménéphalag et Anemhaid. Ces noms ne me disent absolument rien. Dordreg, Fasonegad, c'est mort. Je suppose que c'est des zones qu'on n'a pas encore débloquées. Là, il y a quand même un grand vide. Il pourrait mettre des trucs, hein. Autant là, dans les montagnes, évidemment, ça peut être un peu compliqué. C'est pas trop le style du jeu, les montagnes. Après, peut-être que dernière zone, boss finaux, patin coup fin, peut-être. Alors, est-ce qu'on va avoir droit au drop de frame? Moi, je les ai déjà en local, donc à mon avis, vous à distance, ça sera pas mieux. Allô? Allô? Eh ben, on va faire le tour de la table, c'est pas grave.
You have come at the right time, Your Excellency. I am in a delicate situation and your help would be invaluable.
I'm listening, Admiral.
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his crew of being a spy. It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information to foreigners.
Why ask me to take care of it?
This is a very serious accusation. One that results in a member of the guild being expelled. The Norts are like a family, very connected, but also likely to carry resentment. I think an external view is required to be certain that there will be no bias. Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow you to get more answers than us.
I see. What is the exact nature of the information that could have been sent?
It's up to you to find out. But all the Norts know how we navigate our ships. You've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep them secret.
I agree. Where can I find Captain Reuben?
At the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before he landed. I'm counting on you, Your Excellency. We must shed light on this case.
I have come to talk to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships, from a native captured on the island.
We'd like to know about this woman's origins.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions, and our old archives are far from here.
Is there no one on Tier 3D who can help us? Please.
Very well. I do know an old captain who could perhaps help you out.
Where can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Captain Lissandro.
Thank you for your help, Admiral.
De Sardet?
Yes, Admiral?
Don't get too caught up in the past. That one in particular. Nothing good will come of it.
Whether or not we choose to get caught up in it, Admiral, the past always catches up with us. Sadly, I'm paying the price of this.
Oui, ça va quoi. Parler avec Reuben. Lisa Sandro, Lissandro. Lisa Landro.
What brings you here?
The Admiral asked me to shed light on your little problem of indiscretion in your ranks.
I see. I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
You told the Admiral that you suspect one of your crew members.
Indeed. The young apprentice sailor, Alba. A committed volunteer from Teleme. She only joined us a short time ago. Did you want to know anything else?
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship we arrived on.
The Seahorse? Yes. It's an excellent ship and a good crew. But you did the crossing. You know it as well as me. Did you want to know anything else?
What led you to these suspicions?
The girl's behavior. She was very eager at first. Very willing. Almost too much. Then, suddenly, she became nervous. She isolated herself and did not speak to others. She's a recent recruit, which inevitably raised some doubts about her vocation. Sometimes I saw her hanging around my cabin. My papers were often disturbed. And since we've returned to port, she's almost never on board. You can understand my concern, but you should probably talk to the other members of the crew. They may know something else. Did you want to know anything else?
Non, c'est bon.
Do you know what information she may have sent?
I don't know exactly what you know about our navigation methods.
Let's say that magic does not have much to do with it.
I see. Well, of course she knows that too. She saw some of our machines on board. And by searching through my papers, she could get even more sensitive information. Did you want to know anything else?
Ça on l'a fait déjà, hein?
The Admiral told me that you were the new...
The Seahorse? You did the...
That'll be all, Captain.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alors... Salut les gars!
Hey, happy to see you again. How have things been going for you since your crossing?
Good, thank you. Even if I've quite a list of errands to check off.
Then straight to it. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a Nort. A young woman going by the name of Alba.
I know her. She joined our crew at the same time as our new captain. Did you try the tavern? Don't give me that look there. I've kept from the bottle since that story with Jonas, you know that. No matter. When we're at dock, there's nothing much else to do. It might be that little Alba went there to take a look. Anything else?
How have things been going for you since we landed?
In the beginning, it was kind of strange. We'd been sailing for quite some time with Captain Vasco. We didn't understand why the Admiral grounded him. We made the crossing without a hitch. And since Captain Rubin took the helm for you, well, he's not the talkative type. But then I'm not going to complain. We've been sailing the small rounds of late, keeping busy. We go from port to port around the island. It's peaceful. At least we're in port often. Anything else?
I need to go. Farewell.
C'est vrai que ça aurait pu être intéressant d'avoir Vasco dans l'équipe là au lieu de Sura.
Your Excellency, it's a pleasure. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about Alba?
Oh, I don't know her very well. She only joined our crew recently. But she pulls her weight. You can't hold that against her. You might say she shows a little too much zeal even, at times. That being said, ever since we got here, I found her a little distraught. And you could even say nervous.
Would you know where I could find her?
No, I wouldn't. Where's she missed roll call? Well, I hope she didn't do something stupid. These committed volunteers, we never know if we can trust them. Anything else?
What have you been up to since we landed?
Nothing worthy of writing home about. Just shuffling merchandise around the isle from port to port. I prefer the high sea. Anything else?
Are you happy on Tirfridi?
More than on the continent, that's certain. But being on solid ground always makes me feel a little too anchored. Especially after what happened to Jonas. The island is beautiful, the natives rather friendly, but all said and done, it's off the coast where I truly feel at home. Anything else?
Nope. Thank you.
I need to be off. Perhaps we'll meet later.
Farewell then.
See you later, alligator.
Your Excellency, I am so pleased to see you again.
The pleasure is shared.
What can I do for you?
I would like you to tell me anything you can about a member of your crew. Alba.
She joined our party recently, but I like her already. She works hard and is full of courage. You know, she is one of those rare Nauts that joined of her own volition, and she did everything she could to become one of our own. Until we arrived here, she suddenly became distraught and frightened. It brought back memories.
Do you know where I could find her? I'd like to ask her some questions.
No, I've not seen her for a while. Maybe at the tavern? She was playing cards there from time to time. Anything else, Your Excellency?
How have things been since you made it back?
Very good. Everyone's been looking out for me extra careful, like. I do miss my parents from time to time, but I don't miss the warehouse or the mercenaries. My real family is on the waves. Thanks for helping me to return to them. Anything else, Your Excellency?
Voyons voir.
What have you been up to since we made it to Tirfridi?
I'm still just a cabin boy, but I have high hopes to be promoted to seaman for our next crossing. Since our captain changed, we've been doing nothing but coasting and small trade. But that won't last. Anything else, Your Excellency?
Ouais, le nouveau capitaine il sert à rien quoi.
I'm afraid I need to be going. Watch out for yourself.
Bing bing bing.
I'm afraid these little secrets have not helped us a great deal. This Alba had just enlisted. She was happy, then changed her attitude. But is she a spy?
We were told that she was sometimes at the tavern. We should take a look there.
Yep. par ça. Ah mince. On peut pas passer par là. Allez les gars, demi-tour, on loot et on se casse. Décidément. Est-ce que j'ai réussi à l'avoir celui-ci? C'est ici qu'il y a le marchand.
Oh, it's you! Bertir Tumad on Ol Menawi. I am always happy to see you again. Do you want to see the objects I brought back from Vignamri?
Let me see. What do you got? What do you have? Sabre d'obsidienne du serpent. Bah non du coup. Il est moins bien. Pas intéressant. Mon ami, tu n'as rien d'intéressant. Une robe de Donegat.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Oh shut up.
Oh, it's you on Ol Menawi.
Oh, it's you on Menawi. My friend.
This time, you are going too far. I will not let you say one more word.
That's it. You can shout all you want, but I'm right, you old drunkard.
Not at all. I played that hand honestly. You're so drunk. You see double, that's all.
Are you kidding me? I saw that second king. Not only are you cheating, but you cheat badly.
You
Tu
call
m'as
me
l'air
a cheater
malade,
again,
monsieur.
and I'll make you eat your words. That king must have arrived there by chance.
Bon, vous avez fini?
Come on, gentlemen. Please calm down.
Who are you to give us orders?
That's true. You want to see how tough? Oh, you don't know who you're messing with.
My child, I doubt that your job as legate involves managing fights between drunkards.
You'd better get out of here, unless you want to end up in jail.
Ooh, she thinks we'll allow that to happen.
On guard, sir! On guard!
Allez, salut hein. Désolé. Voilà, ça c'est réglé. Alors...
Hey, look at that! The upper crust coming to slum it at the tavern. How may I help you?
That'll be all, soldier. Thank you.
Alors, est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose en bas? Visiblement, c'est pas en bas. Allez, bougez-vous. Bon. Ouais. On peut dire qu'il n'y a pas grand chose hein, dans le coin. Et c'est le drame. Wait. Quoi quoi ça?
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out. No, thank you.
Quoi? C'était quoi ça? No, thank you. What? Bon. Reprenons. Non, c'est pas ça. C'est ça. Mener l'enquête à la taverne. Faut que je parle avec tout le monde là. C'est ça que tu es en train de me dire en fait? Salut les gars. Salut, salut. Salut. Comment ça va bien? Salut. Non, non plus. Salut, salut, salut. Ah bah voilà, elle est là la quête.
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Zealand for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
What can I pour for you?
I'm looking for a young Naut. She goes by the name of Alba and sails on Captain Reuben's ship.
I wouldn't know who that is. Why don't you go and ask that fellow over there? He often shares a bottle with the sailors. He might remember your Naut. Anything else?
Pour être un peu plus gentil quand même.
Nothing, thanks. I'm not thirsty just yet.
Attends, quoi? Mais c'est encore toi?
Oh, there you are again. More questions?
We're looking for a young Naut. She's part of Captain Reuben's crew.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. A girl who loses her pay with style. But I don't know where she is. She looked sad last time I saw her. Didn't have her head in the game.
Have you ever heard her talk about secrets or documents she'd like to exchange?
Are you asking me if she's a spy? No idea, she told me nothing. But if that's why you're looking for her, I may have seen things that might interest you. I'm often mistaken for a drunkard, so they pay no attention to me. But I see everything.
Tell me what you saw.
I'd like to tell you all that, but my throat's a little dry, my friend. Do you want to know anything else?
That'll be all, soldier. Thank you.
Alors, mais barrez-vous les moches. Bon, file-moi une bouteille.
What can I
toi.
pour for you?
Give me a bottle of your best drink.
There you go. But be careful. She's got a strong bite.
T'inquiète. Elle, sa sacoche là.
There you are again. More questions?
Tell me what you saw. This should quench your thirst. So, what did you see?
Well, returning late at night, I spotted a guy I'd seen before at the tavern. He often spent time with the Norts, and he was in the street, fiddling with a stone, looking suspicious. So, I took a closer look when he left. I thought he'd stashed money or something, but no. There was a box under the stone, but there was no gold inside, just papers. They were messages, and from the look of the guy, they couldn't be love letters. Now, I don't know how to read, so I couldn't understand what it was about, but maybe those were your secrets?
Where is this hiding place?
Cross the bridge at the exit of the town. On the left, look for the stone. The box is underneath.
Thank you, soldier.
My pleasure, friend. Do you want to know anything else?
No, thank you.
That'll be all, soldier. Thank you.
I just want some drink. Nothing more. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Where I must go. Let me see. Thank you.
This stone must be the one the soldier told us about. Look, it hides a box.
A box under a stone. What do we do now?
Well then, we'll have to catch whoever uses it red-handed.
Oh, I'm a little old for hiding in the bushes, but if that's what you want to do...
We can see without being seen here.
Shall we wait here?
Sure.
Someone is approaching. Maybe our spy.
This man looks like a messenger. We should follow him and find out who gives him his orders.
C'est pas le stream hein, qui a une qualité aussi exécrable, je sais pas pourquoi, mais là tout devient moche. Là, faut que j'accélère un peu parce que je vais le perdre de vue, hein, mon pote là. Copain. Oups. Je vais lui parler.
Well, gentlemen,
okay.
What are you plotting?
Fool! They followed us!
But I was careful!
I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, and you have been caught plotting treason. So I suggest you talk. What do these messages contain, and what are they about?
You're wasting your time. I won't say a word.
Do you realize that you are suspected of espionage and conspiracy? Don't you think you'd better explain yourself?
All I can tell you is that it does not concern the congregation. I will not say another word.
Pourquoi ça arrête toujours en ce moment?
My patience is very limited. After all, who will blame me for shooting down a spy caught in the act?
It has nothing to do with the congregation. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. But know this. I will inform my governor about how you treated me. Some time ago, it was rumored that the secrets of the Norts were for sale. my country was interested. So I started exchanging messages as you've been doing. The Nort who was willing to give up these secrets demanded a fortune. He also wanted to become a citizen, but we were only at the negotiation stage. For the moment, I have received nothing concrete, just promises.
Who is the Nort you're talking to?
I've no idea. The messages were signed White Rose, but I doubt it's a real name.
Very well.
Thank you,
seem to be
Sherlock.
telling the truth. And give me the message in your possession before leaving.
Very well. Here it is. Now, if you'll allow me, I will leave the town.
Ok. Ah, j'aurais pas besoin de te menacer si tu étais normal avec moi. Interroger l'officier des douanes. 2 secondes, il y a l'éternuement qui monte. Eh ben, il est redescendu. Il va me prendre par surprise à un moment donné. Alors, allons voir l'officier des douanes. Et où? Il est là derrière. Le pseudo-officier des douanes.
Customs Officer Alric. What can I do for you?
Desardet. I'm the
Avouez.
legate of the merchant congregation. I have been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes, to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly, without a prior formal order.
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records?
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
Et pourtant ça a disparu.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest. But I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met, or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late, and counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Ulrich. So I think it is necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we can find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
Your Excellency.
Je dirais là-bas. Et donc maintenant, j'ai la clé et... Censé faire quoi? Apportez vos découvertes à l'amiral. Découvrir ce que cache l'officier des douanes. Et son coffre là, il est où? On est d'accord qu'il n'y a rien, hein. Bon, j'ai trouvé ta clé à la con.
So, were you satisfied with your inspections, sire?
La note trouvée dans son coffre. Quel coffre?
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon.
Yes, madam. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
En effet. Ouais, j'ai tout ce qu'il me faut, t'inquiète.
Come closer, good people. The cure
One armor that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Je sais, il y a plein de caisses que j'ai pas ramassées. Pourquoi? Tout simplement parce que j'ai la flemme.
Ah, there you are. Are you ready?
Yes.
Allez, go.
Let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
Calme-toi, Jean-Michel. Attends, faut que j'aille où là? Prendre la carrière. Par en avant. Hein. Dégage, Michel. Voilà. On est caché, c'est bon.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Ulrich? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Ulrich. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
This poor man trusted us. We should go to his rescue.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
I didn't betray you. I'll give you everything
I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure,
Ils se
Your
bourrent la
Excellency.
gueule.
But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Alric managed to loosen his tongue.
Sympa le ciel comme ça aussi, hein. Allez. Cours Forest. Ouais. Alors, on va aller voir l'amiral. Oui, je vais pas me barrer avant d'avoir fini ce que j'ai à faire ici, faut pas déconner non plus. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ce jeu, les gens ? Est-ce que ça vous plaît? Est-ce que ça vous tente? Ça fait plusieurs lives que je dis, il faudrait que je jette un œil sur les modes ou les améliorations possibles, mais bon, en même temps, le truc me prend tellement de processeurs graphiques déjà que...
Ah, Your Excellency. So, what did you discover?
There is indeed a spy among the Nords, but the spy's identity remains to be proven. Take this. I recovered this note which seems to suggest that your secrets have been offered to several buyers. The Alliance citizen we met did not win the bid.
I knew it. My logbook has just been stolen, and of course Alba is missing. Do we really still need proof?
This book must be found at all costs before Alba sells it. Your Excellency, can we count on you once more?
I would like to help you, but this island is vast. How can I possibly hope to find it?
Alba is from Teleme. She probably took refuge in San Mateus.
This reduces the search area a little. What do you say, Your Excellency?
This is a trail that deserves to be followed. I will keep you updated, Admiral.
Muy bien. Alors, poursuivre l'enquête à Saint-Mathéus, trouver et interroger à Hikmet, trouver le dispensaire. Donc c'est Hikmet et Hikmet. Tout me ramène à Hikmet, sauf lui. Du coup, on va aller là-bas. Hein. Let's go to Hikmet.
Us thank the enlightened that a captain who took part in these expeditions is
Qu'est-ce que tu fous
right
là-haut,
here
toi?
on the island.
It is indeed a stroke of luck. I hope he remembers my mother.
Do not worry. If his memory fails him, he may have kept his diary from that time.
Non mais faut que je monte, c'est ça que tu es en train de me dire? The fuck? De reposer, non, bah non. Pourquoi il y avait un point d'interrogation en haut? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette affaire? Alors, voyons voir. Ça, c'est le dispensaire. Ok. On va commencer par ça. Si vous m'en voulez pas. Je préfère découvrir mes origines. Je trouve cette partie de l'histoire beaucoup plus sympa. Salut mon pote.
Hello, Captain.
Well now, what fair wind blows you into port?
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So?
You're the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
On va le payer. On est là pour savoir nos origines, bien sûr qu'on va le payer.
Do you need a little gold to jog your memory?
You're quite the merchant, aren't you? But since you're asking so nicely, I do actually need a new sail.
Here's your gold, Captain.
Perfect. My old boat thanks you. Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to you.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. de Sade was loving. She raised you with tenderness. And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
Moi aussi. Alors. J'ai pas le niveau. Que j'ai un niveau 1 et je peux avoir un gilet pour un niveau 2, mais j'ai pas le niveau 3. Et c'est le coup de barre. Ouais. Mais non. Salut les moches.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here. As for you, savage, if you're looking for something to drink, go to my colleague over there.
What? How dare you? Sorry, but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah, we'll soon see about that.
Maybe enlightened will take me in this battle. Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Attends, bouge pas, je loot avant. Ouh. Nice.
Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Attends, moi aussi je sais le faire, regarde.
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon, and you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows awaits you unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
No loot? No loot. Bon. Informer l'intendant Manfred. Ok. Interroger Ulan. Ok. Le secret des notes sans Mathéus. Voilà, j'ai plus rien qui est au même endroit là. Ok. On va se mettre là. Hop là, regardez-moi ça. Alors sur ce, jeunes gens, braves gens, tous les gens, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. On s'arrête là pour la VOD. Et je vous dis à très vite. Allez, ciao ciao.